Ringside Collectibles Figure Insider is dying. I know this. New figures are coming out faster than we can collect. We don't know what to do with our old ones. It's too hard for this show to keep up with. They're gonna kill it. I'm not gonna let them ruin what I created. They're not gonna ruin my creation. If anyone's gonna ruin it, it's gonna be me. I'm going to inject this show with a lethal dose of poison. I'm gonna kill my creation. Me. In the end. NWO. Oh, goodness.
I don't know how anyone could ever be angry again after finding out animal crackers exist.
Just because toy companies have changed hands doesn't mean figure customizing can no longer be done. People are already learning how to customize Mattel's new figures, and there's plenty of old Jakks figures to customize along with the new ones coming out. RSC Figure Insider has done a little bit of customizing for you before, but it's time to show you how really in-depth this can go. This is Joey. He films and edits all Figure Insider videos. To show him how much I appreciate his insanely hard, constantly painstaking work, I decided to make him something cool for his birthday. Now, some people didn't like the NWO revival in 2002, but I loved it. Sure, Booker T was a silly member choice, and Shawn Michaels basically killed the entire thing, but it was awesome to see the outsiders, Scott Hall, X-Pac, and Kevin Nash, wreak some havoc in the black and white while it lasted. I'd always wanted figures representing that time frame and group, so I looked around to see if there were any. Funny enough, some did exist. During Jakks' old R3 days, a 3-pack with all those NWO members had come out called Federation Poison. It was pretty rad getting it at first, but it was from a different time, and these figures weren't as advanced or cool as newer Jakks figures. So I made it my customizing goal to make a Federation Poison 3-pack that was in a newer style. Then I thought to myself, why not make Joey a variant 3-pack for his birthday? Man, so smart. First, I worked on Kevin Nash. I wasn't going to be able to use any parts from the original figure, so I had to start from scratch. I used the deluxe Vince McMahon body and put Nash's trademark arm tattoo on by warming and replacing it. Next, I popped on this unreleased Jakks Kevin Nash head. For Joey's, I used the one from Ringside's exclusive Outsiders 2-pack. Voila, a variant. I put a printed decal on his chest, painted his legs, and he's set to go. Next, I said hello to the bad guy, Scott Hall. First up, I kept his head scan from the 3-pack. Everything else, out the door. Next, to make him a bit shorter than Kevin Nash, I gave him a Ruthless style torso with deluxe legs from a classic deluxe Scott Hall figure. I've always been a big fan of the real chest hair figures from Jakks, so I made some with clear Elmer's glue and doll hair. Just make sure you shape the glue well with a paintbrush if you try it. Top him off with a real cloth shirt, and Scott Hall is taking a wild ride on the outside. For the cloth shirt, I shaped it with scissors, sewed some stitching on there, and used a decal for the logo. It may seem silly, but it takes a real man to admit to owning one of these. Last but not least, I worked on one of my favorite wrestlers, X-Pac. I saved the upper legs from his 3-pack figure for the shorts, and added some tall Ruthless style boots. I dolled them up with some white acrylic paint and decals. His upper torso was split and added, and I made sure to give him a head scan that I liked. For his stolen Kane mask, I used an R3 Kane head for mine, a classic Superstars cane head for Joey's, and carved into them with this whittling knife. Sharpest tool ever. Be careful. I finished Pac off with a removable cloth shirt with the NWO logo, and my loose 3-pack was officially done. But wait 1 minute. Joey likes his figures mock, which means mint on card, so I fixed up the packaging so he could display them. As an added bonus, on the back of the carding, I used a picture he took from Raw is War when he actually saw the Outsiders. It's pretty cool. If you don't have a picture like that, you could always use a trading card or a picture that you just printed off the internet. So in the end, I've got a happy friend and a sweet set of custom figures. It took lots of patience, but when I finally finished, it was worth it. The band may be back together and tearing it up these days, but there's no reason to forget about their classic days of ruling the NWO. Check out Ringside Collectibles at WrestlingFigures.com for the largest selection of wrestling figures on the internet.